Hello class, my name is Karine, working in a group of 4. I'm with Nana, Geeta, and Isaac. And for our final project, we're working on a ShiftNotes, which is an AI agent pipeline we built for Ted, who is a general manager at D-Square Hospitality, running food kiosks at T-Mobile headquarters. Ted's problem is real because every morning he gets buried in shift handoff emails that contains staffing issues, inventory flags, equipment failures, and he has to read through all of it himself before he can make any decision. ShiftNotes fixes that. It reads the emails, classifies them, detects what actually matters, generates a briefing, and pauses for Ted's approval before sending anything. Let me walk you through how it works. So the pipeline has 6 nodes, and a line graph wires them together and manages their shared state. By using a single Python type dictionary that passes data from node to node like a baton in running competition. I'll walk you through each node. Starting off with the first one, ingest emails. Node 1 is the entry point, and right now it reads from a mock CSV of shift emails that contain names, shifts, flags, and nodes. The node loads the shared state with the raw email data and passes it to the other nodes. Node 2 classifies each email by intent. So it asks questions: is this a staffing issues? Or is this an inventory flag or an equipment problem? It uses routing logic to tag entire entries, so node 3 knows what to look for. So think of this node as a traffic director. Node 3 is a detect signal, and this node runs a hybrid signal detector. First, it uses regex classifier for obvious keywords, and then a Hugging Face zero-shot classifier as a fallback for anything ambiguous. So let's say a node reads fridge making noise, even if it's not mentioned or it's not classified as equipment failure. Node 4 is retrieval and generate. So this is the RAG step. It queries ChromaDB, which is a vector store for historical shifts reports, to find similar past incidents. Then it hands that context plus the current signals to GPT-4 Mini to generate the morning briefing. The LLM doesn't hallucinate context because it's grounded in real historical data. Node 5 is the delivery node. Node 5 is the send briefing node. So this node is the delivery node, which right now it saves the briefing to a local briefing folder, and this folder is ready for the Gmail MCP to be wired in. The final node is human review, and this is the human in the loop checkpoint. And line graph has the interrupt function, which pauses the entire graph. Ted gets 3 options. So he can either accept, drill down, or escalate. The graph does not resume until a decision comes in. This is what makes ShiftNotes responsible. Nothing goes out without a human in the loop. So I will run this folder to see the human in the loop. It's going to take a few moments. So you can see we have all the 6 nodes running and they're executed in sequence. We have signal detect signals, retrieval and generate, sending brief, and here it pauses. I'll type accept. And the graph resumes. It marks the briefing as sent and writes the final state. It has the running ID, briefing sent, which is true, and Ted's decision is accept. Now, the pipeline itself runs headless. It is designed to be triggered automatically, but Ted also needs a UI for that drill down decision. So with that, we created a Streamlit web. And I'm going to run that. So the pipeline and the UI shares the same briefing folder. So whatever the agent generates, it shows up in here. So as you can see, we're only retrieving 5 reports. And Ted can go and see if everything in here is true and ask questions. So the next step is we have a gap and we have to do a full deployed product in Gmail. And right now, node 1 reads a CSV and node 5 writes to a folder. Both of those are placeholders. So our plan is to wire in a Gmail MCP on both ends. So instead of CSV, the agent will call from the Gmail's MCP tool, which pulls Ted's actual shift emails from the inbox each morning, and then it does the briefing directly. It does the briefing and sends the briefing into Ted's inbox. And the email will have the formatted subject line and everything. So that is ShiftNotes, which has 6 node line graph pipeline with RAG, Hugging Face, signal detection, and human in the loop checkpoints. And it's gonna have Gmail MCP built for TED. Thank you for watching.